Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have my makeup inventory for early 2017. I am filming this on January 13th. I am only going to be featuring the makeup from now on because I feel like in my other categories I'm doing better. I might do twice a year or something like that an overview of my other products like hair care and body care and skincare and all that jazz, but for those makeup inventories I'm not going to stick only to makeup. If you've never seen any of my inventory, I typically have my ideal makeup collection and my actual makeup collection, and I compare the numbers. Today I'm strictly going to be sticking to numbers. I'm going to tell you if I have more in that category or less than in the last inventory, and where I stand regarding my ideal. And in next week's video I'm going to actually show you every single item that I have from each of those categories. So it's going to be like the overview of the makeup categories. For today I actually changed up a few categories. There were categories that were together, they are actually now splitted. So I have a few categories in which I don't have ideal numbers because I don't know yet how many I want to have from those categories. I'm going to talk about them a little bit more as I go. So I'm going to start off with a new category, which is eyeshadows. Typically all of my powder products were I keep all of my powder products in Z palettes, so my eyeshadows, my blushes, my highlighters. So I was counting them in palettes. Now I also want to count them in product categories, and I want to have ideals for those. I have not yet decided what my ideals are going to be for those categories, but I want to break them down into their respective categories from now on. So for eyeshadows, I currently have 69 of them. So I have two Z palettes and then one palette. For eyeliners, I think I was at 69 in the last update as well, but since it's a new category, I cannot be sure of that. In the eyeliner categories, I currently have 7. I also had 7 in the last update. My ideal would be to have 3, so I still have to use up a few of them. For mascaras, I had 4 in the last update. I currently still have 4, and my ideal would be to have only 2. For eye primers, I currently have 2. I had 2 in the last update, although this wasn't a category in the last update. My goal would be to have only 1 eye primer. For brow products, I currently have 2. I had 2 in the last update, and my ideal is to have 2. For face primers, I had 2 in the last update. I currently have 3. In the last update, eye primers and face primers were together, but I already know what I had in the last update. But for face primers, I had 2. I currently have 3, and my ideal would be to have only 2. Initially, I only wanted to have 1, but I changed my mind, and now I want to have one that's more moisturizing and one that's more pore filling. My skin has changed a little bit, so my skin needs for primer have changed a little bit as well. For setting powders, in the last update, I had 2. I currently have 3, and my ideal would be to have only 1. For powder foundations and liquid foundations, I had 1 of each in the last update. I still have 1 of each, and my ideal is to have only 1 of each. For concealers, in the last update, I had 1. I currently have 2, but my ideal is to have 2, so I'm perfectly okay with that. For liquid highlighters, in the last update, I had 1. I currently have 1, and my goal is to keep it that way. For powder highlighters, I didn't really have a category for those in the last update, but I had 4 of them. I know that my inventory for those hasn't changed, so I currently have 4, and I don't really know how many I would like to have. I think that I would like to bring that number down a little bit. I feel like 4 is a little bit excessive, but I don't know yet how many I want to have. I have to think a little bit more about like the logics behind how many I want to have. For for bronzers, I have 3. In the last update, I'm pretty sure I also had 3, although it wasn't a category at that time. I think that my ideal for that category would be to have 2. One that's more of a contour shade, and one that's more of a like warming up bronzer shade. For blush, this wasn't a category last time, but I had less than I currently have. I think I had 15 on the last update and right now I have 18. I don't know yet how many blushes I want to have, but I know that 18 sounds a little bit excessive to me. I am planning on doing a blush declutter in the next month. My goal is to try every single one of my blushes on my cheeks and see if I like them on my skin tone and all that. And to declutter is the one that I don't have, or the one that don't have a nice staying power, or that I don't like the formula of. For cream blushes, I currently don't have any, but I would be okay with having one. I had 0 in the last update as well. For setting sprays, I currently have 2. I had 2 in the last update and I'm perfectly okay with having 2. I like one that's more of a really setting one, and that's one that's more of a dewy type product, like a MAC Fix Plus or something like that. For lippies, in the last update I had 30. Right now I still have 30, but I know that there's at least one item that was counting that wasn't counting in the last update that I'm counting now. So I think that I have one less, but still I would like to bring that number down to 25. And then finally for the palettes, which was a category that I previously had, I have 5, and I would like to bring that number down to 4 by depotting one of my palettes. So this is it for my inventory. I know that my numbers are pretty much even with what they were in the last update. I didn't use up all that much product, but I wanted to start the year with fresh numbers and fresh pictures of everything that I have in order to track from that point on. And also I wanted to really have numbers for the blush and the eyeshadows and all that jazz, so that I can actually see my progress when I use some products up or when I declutter them in those categories. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.